This year, the judges recognized two jobs that were unique in the installation process and have underlined the versatility of Terrazzo. Special honors for art and craftsmanship were awarded to Desco Coatings and Boatman and Magnani. The challenge at Central High School in St. Joseph, Missouri wasn't the need for dazzling color patterns. The challenge for Desco Coatings of Olathe, Kansas, Terrazzo contractor and winner of the NTMA Award for Craftsmanship, was replicating century-old vertical terrazzo staircases that needed to be brought into ADA compliance. An elevator shaft was created by removing an existing stairwell from top to bottom of the three-story school. As the elevator shaft was built, new concrete stairs and masonry block balustrades were formed to receive new terrazzo. The difficulty was in replicating the original terrazzo colors and the workmanship of master terrazzo installers from the old country. Beyond duplicating treads, risers, and stringers, the stairways needed rounded corners with a continuous balustrade 3 stories tall. The balustrade needed to be recessed with a 9-inch rounded cap to form the continuous spiral from floor to floor. Vertical terrazzo was troweled and strips set to form a step out onto the rounded cap and stringer. A special double-handled spring trowel was developed to handle the curved caps. After the vertical was troweled and rough ground, temporary strips were set to form the top edge of the stringer and bottom edge of the cap. That effect had to be carried around all curved corners. The finished result continues to impress. Staff at the school say they cannot tell the new stairs from the 100-year-old stairs. This unique project is a work of public art depicting a literal and to-scale topographical map of Colorado on the lobby floor of Denver's History Colorado Museum. It was executed by Boatman and Magnani of Capitol Heights, Maryland, in a joint venture with artist Stephen Weitzman, and wins the NTMA Award for Art. The map consists of 234 individually designed and poured-in-place panels, each measuring approximately 3 foot by 3 foot. This artwork's medium is epoxy resin, with a multitude of formulated terrazzo aggregates and recycled glass mixed designs in 14 different color palettes. The artist digitally modeled the map using a standard templating process to create a terrazzo by number template for each panel. Working in his studio, the panels were poured individually by the artist without divider strips, which allowed for greater levels of intricacy in detail. A painstaking 3-month pouring process kept colors from bleeding. At the same time, the museum lobby was being built. To ensure that each individual panel would run perfectly into those it would adjoin, with rivers meeting tightly and without having those adjoining panels on hand to pour to, the artist had to flawlessly track his progress and calibrate numbers and mixes. Colors were piled on heavily for sufficient density. Then a tremendous amount of laborious rough grinding was required before installation. At least 3/8 inches of grinding was done on some panels, with 5 to 7 colors to coplane with the first poured. Next, panels were carefully crated and trucked to Colorado for installation. The substrate was filled with a 100% epoxy matrix thin-set underbed. Once installed, the panels were grouted with standard epoxy floor grout, rough ground again, regrouted and ground again, then fine stone polished to a 400 grit finish. This installation is truly an astonishing use of terrazzo. It is now a high honor and distinct pleasure to present to you the National Terrazzo and Mosaic Association 2012 Honor Award winners. Rocky Creek Elementary School was designed with the goal to promote collaborative learning and to meet LEED Silver certification requirements. Installed by the David Allen Company, 25,590 square feet of thin-set epoxy terrazzo in 9 colors addressed LEED requirements and provided design flexibility, as well as offering the school district the most sustainable flooring available. This colorfully natural terrazzo floor design was key in bringing the outdoor world into the building's design. The free-form graphics of the meandering blue stream, brightened with recycled glass and mirror aggregates, runs through the corridors. Along the way, splashes of natural earth tones are reminiscent of creek banks. In the center commons area, a grand compass rose, decorated with stones gathered from a nearby creek, and lettering set by hand into the floor is designed to direct the school's young explorers. The terrazzo contractor worked in collaboration with the architect on placing stones and working with the natural elements in order to create the most faithful artistic rendering of the surrounding landscape. Southern Tile and Terrazzo Company of Houston, Texas was the contractor on this 3,500 square foot sand cushion terrazzo installation in Houston's Spring Branch Elementary School. This impressive installation orchestrated 18 different colors of terrazzo with 22 different types of aggregate, including from 10 to 20% mother of pearl and glass aggregates. Minimal amounts of epoxy were installed over sand cushion in 3 of the 18 colors in the cementitious system. The project is designed to serve as a teaching tool, depicting historical community events and the natural environment through maps and timelines, along with words of inspiration. A terrazzo bear mascot greets students in the vestibule, and as they enter the lobby, the terrazzo design mimics the ceiling architecture and has key words of inspiration. A timeline down the main corridor depicts events regarding the founding of Spring Branch and connects to a map of Buffalo Bayou, an important natural feature of Houston. 5 vivid terrazzo designs were used at each circular corridor as wayfinding opportunities. The design team and school district are extremely pleased with the new terrazzo floor. Corradini Corporation of Fountain Valley, California installed 372,000 square feet of epoxy terrazzo in 14 colors in the LEED-certified Sacramento International Airport. Terrazzo colors are formulated with natural marble and mother of pearl. Recycled glass reinforced the architect's theme of green, both in color and sustainability. Over 1,000 water jet cut letters were placed in the floor. Divider strips of 1/16, 1/8, 3/8, and 3/4 inch are used in the airport logo and throughout the entire span of the terrazzo floor. The stories of the city are told and its landscapes illustrated throughout the terminal. Every indigenous bird in the area is represented, as are local persons of influence. 8-inch high precast cove base was installed in every bathroom in the airport, along with precast stairs connecting all the levels and areas of this massive airport expansion. A moisture vapor barrier and a crack suppression membrane were introduced to eliminate the moisture in the slab and prevent cracks in the concrete from telegraphing into the terrazzo floor. All 4 exterior walls of this airport are glass from the floor to ceiling, so natural light shines exactly as the architect imagined it, on the gleaming terrazzo floor. The David Allen Company was the contractor for Meadow Glen Elementary School. The architects created a calm learning environment through the dynamic use of space and color at the school. 29,445 square feet of epoxy thin-set terrazzo in 6 colors is used to create a design that reflects the area's geographic features based on the theme of the meadow grass common to the region. The organic design employs earth tones in various shapes and dimensions, with recycled brushed aluminum divider strips to illustrate free-flowing grass blades. This floor in motion employs curves and strip layout to capture the wind in this organic design. Precast stairs and base were also added to the project in order to extend the use of durable and low-maintenance finishes. The goal of creating a sustainable floor that reflects the surrounding natural environment was accomplished. The architect and owner are proud of their Terrazzo masterpiece. The new Rockwall County Courthouse in Rockwall, Texas has an outstanding terrazzo floor installed by American Terrazzo Company of Garland, Texas. County officials wanted timeless finishes for the new and much-needed structure. The design team replaced the original idea of granite flooring with terrazzo to achieve a seamless surface. The focal point of the structure is a striking 16-foot diameter, 9-color county seal on the first level. The bold visual of the terrazzo floor can be seen from all 4 levels of the building. The seal's colors led the way for the design of original painted murals in the building. The building finishes out with 5,000 square feet of terrazzo in a 6-color pattern over 4 floors. A county judge remarked, "The facility's very design and structure will serve to greatly increase the efficacy of our judicial process. Everything about the building conveys seriousness and importance for what will take place here." The Raleigh-Durham International Airport Terminal C project, completed by the David Allen Company of Raleigh, North Carolina, was inspired by the theme Handmade and Mind-Made. 270,000 square feet of 3/8 inch thick epoxy terrazzo integrates divider strips of 1 inch, 1/2, 1/4, and 1/8 inch thicknesses. Restrooms throughout the facility boast precast terrazzo base and complementary marble stone walls. A weaving design throughout simulates a quilt pattern, paying homage to the textile industry of North Carolina. Soothing earth tone colors were chosen to complement vast wood beams and wide open spaces where suspended public art is reflected in the terrazzo floor. The baggage claim area features an indoor-outdoor art piece designed to bring nature into the building with a large oak tree and embedded glass emblems extending through a large glass wall to the exterior of the building. The design of this world-class gateway to North Carolina and the Research Triangle Park region thoughtfully intertwines the region's landscape, heritage, and economy throughout. The Corradini Corporation wins another award for their exceptional work on the Smith Center of Performing Arts in Las Vegas. The time and attention that the designers gave to the finishes of these 2 adjoining buildings is unparalleled. This state-of-the-art performing arts theater is a showcase of functional art from the ground up, with terrazzo as the feature finish. Depending on where one is in the theater, a different design or function of terrazzo is utilized to create a very unique and contemporary feel. The theater logo is displayed in 1/16 and 1/8 inch zinc divider strips and water jet cut squares throughout, from the sloped floor of the auditorium to the floors of 57 boxes of seating on 4 levels. Poured in place, 1.5 foot and 3 foot risers connect the rows of upper level seating. Precast stairs connect all 4 levels. A chevron design in the lobby is visible from 3 floors below. The challenges and craftsmanship demonstrated in the multitude of radius surfaces and the well-executed details of this beautiful project are evident. 10,000 square feet of new terrazzo floors in the First District Court of Appeals in Tallahassee, Florida, were expertly installed by David Allen Company. This LEED Gold certified building is designed to emulate the dignity of traditional early 20th century courthouses with classical elements. The poured-in-place epoxy terrazzo helps to unify its design characteristics. Highlighting the dramatic space of the circular lobby are alternating black and white diamond-shaped terrazzo panels, which increase in size as they radiate out from the cast bronze state seal set into the center of the floor. A second-floor gallery with an echoing black and white terrazzo pattern provides visitors with an aerial perspective on the complete lobby floor pattern. The classically derived pattern is intended to complement and reinforce the traditional architecture of the lobby. In addition to the poured-in-place epoxy terrazzo, the terrazzo contractor installed precast tread and riser units. This impressive building will stand as a central architectural masterpiece for years to come. DePauli Mosaic Company of Randolph, Massachusetts was the terrazzo contractor on the Terminal B common area improvements in the Logan International Airport in Boston. An 8-color palette of 3/8-inch epoxy terrazzo mixes bright accent colors with neutrals in 2 different design schemes in a total of 77,000 square feet. An aviation-based theme with airplane images and conceptual graphic skyline silhouettes was followed on the departure level, and a local theme incorporating graphic icons is at work in the arrivals level. A full range of aggregates included marble chips, glass, mother of pearl, and synthetics. 1/8-inch heavy top white metal divider strips are used throughout the project, along with many prefabricated strip designs of 8 familiar New England icons. 2 16-foot wide wagon wheel style medallions featuring solid zinc lettering and smaller versions of all 8 icons are used at key intersections to encapsulate the entire theme into a single cohesive presentation. Work was phased over a 15-month period and completed mostly in the hours between the last flight of the evening and the first flight of the morning. Extreme care was taken to ensure a quality finish that met the expectations of the owner and design professionals. Outstanding craftsmanship is the hallmark of American Terrazzo Company's work in the new Student Center at the University of Texas in Austin. The 3/8-inch epoxy in 4 colors is divided by 1/8 and 1/4-inch zinc divider strips. 8-inch high precast base was installed throughout the corridors, totaling 1,200 lineal feet. 6-inch poured-in-place cove base in the restrooms totals 400 lineal feet. The monumental stairs were installed with precast terrazzo on all treads with a 6-inch poured-in-place terrazzo plinth underneath to allow for cane detection. Metal, wood, and terrazzo met to form a clean look. Other stairways throughout the facility had poured-in-place coved terrazzo treads and risers. Public seating areas incorporate 1,000 square feet of poured-in-place terrazzo benches and walls that created a workspace environment. Dimension for the vertical surfaces ranged in height from 4 to 6 feet. The addition of the benches and workspaces added to the classic presentation of the terrazzo floor. The terrazzo contractor for this 15,100 square foot addition and new convention center at the Casino del Sol of Tucson, Arizona was the Corradini Corporation. Compiled from 5 different colors with glass, natural marble, and mother of pearl aggregates, this 3/8-inch epoxy terrazzo floor incorporates a chain link design of elegant simplicity with luxurious brass divider strips. The floor was ground and polished to a finish tolerance of 1/16 inch for a high sheen and reflection of light. A moisture vapor barrier and a crack suppression membrane ensure durability. Throughout the 15,000 square feet of terrazzo, thousands of lineal feet of poured-in-place terrazzo cove base implement multiple colors and extend 6 inches up the face of the walls. The final result of the terrazzo floor is one that invites the guests into the casino, where they follow the chain link pattern to the area of their liking. David Allen Company was the terrazzo contractor for Emmanuel College's Robertson Hall in Franklin Springs, Georgia. Excellence of craftsmanship is evident in the 5,300 square foot epoxy terrazzo project in 12 colors. A great spreading oak tree is in the centerpiece of the commons area of the hall. The tree's trunk shows a cross-section of growth rings in terrazzo, alternating with water jet cut Kempis marble. a rich golden red stone with a striated pattern that mimics wood grain. The outer bark of the trunk is water jet cut from Emperador dark marble. The branches extend asymmetrically from the trunk in a Palladiana terrazzo style. They are filled with gray terrazzo surrounding over 800 hand-set broken pieces of the same Emperador dark marble as the trunk, representing diminishing scales of bark as they move toward the younger twigs. A symmetrical rug pattern in the corridor is based on the emblematic fish symbol from early Christian art. Water jet cut from aluminum and incorporating aggregates of mother of pearl and metal shavings. The terrazzo in this project showcases the beauty of diverse materials and a personalized artistic application that makes a significant contribution to the heart, story, and a legacy of the college. In the Mary Brock Forbes Science Hall at the Christopher Newport University in Newport News, Virginia, a central medallion within a traditional checkerboard pattern serves as the centerpiece of the design for an elegant terrazzo lobby, mezzanine, and central staircase installed by Tile and Terrazzo, LLC of Suffolk, Virginia. Reflected against the dome of the ceiling, the medallion's design includes polished inlaid marble, complex geometric shapes, and scientific icons set within 5,200 square feet of thin-set epoxy terrazzo in 6 shades. The muted gray and white color scheme incorporated a high percentage of reflective mirror glass to add depth and sparkle. Terrazzo is used throughout the first and second floor lobby areas. The intricate layout of the monumental staircase and the symmetrical pattern for the lobby and mezzanine terrazzo required the layout of the floor pattern first to set the mark for all wall construction. Very tight tolerances were required for setting the steel staircase and coordination of the terrazzo and mahogany wood trim built on a radius up the staircase. The new campus building reflects the timelessness and elegance of terrazzo.